Hello. Hola. Bonjour. Konnichiwa. Ciao. Namaste. Do you have a lot of opinions about music? Do you want to tell people what do you think about music videos? Not sure where to start? You come to the right place. I'm Alexie. Me llamo Alexie. Yo soy Alexie. Sono Alexie. Je suis Alexie. Watashi wa Alexie. Today I'm going to tell you how to be a YouTube music reactor. McDaniel B. in 2021 published an article talking about reactivity. It was published in the journal New Media and Society. So, what's reactivity in music? Well, it's all about wrapping up those emotional reactions to music media to get a big response from viewers. Creators do this to gain the attention, make money, establish themselves, and as authorities in the music world. Now, these reactions videos are kind of a big deal, especially in platforms like YouTube when it comes to music. Did you know that out of the 30 most watched videos on YouTube, 28 are about music? That's huge. One of the ideas that they talk about is viral musicking. This is basically how people listen, share, and remix music that has gone viral. These reactions show us that music is not something that we listen alone, but it's something that we share with other people. And you know what? These reactions are very important because they remind us that there's not only about the technical stuff, and it's also about the feelings and emotions that you get from watching those videos. Now, let's talk about these music reactions. They have become a huge cornerstone for YouTube music scenes. These have provided artists with feedback, critique, and just have more engaged with their music. For instance, take Jacob Restituto. He's not just a musician, he's also a music video reactor, and he has built his community up on those videos. He shares how you can become a YouTube reactor, so if you want, we can check his clip.
So when you upload a video, use somebody else's song, if they have some sort of copyright on it and it gets claimed, YouTube is very, very smart in it. It very much knows. Like, I'll even put like a 20-second clip of my song in a video, or actually that's a bad example because I recently, maybe about a month ago, took off 100% copyrights of my songs on YouTube because I want other artists to use my songs for reactions or in their videos or anything like that. So I wanted to avoid that because, you know what, I'm relying on other artists right now to make my income by doing reactions to their stuff. So if other smaller artists want to use my songs, then cool, man, I'm totally for it.
But why would you like to be a music reactor in the first place? Well, you can grow your audience by doing this, and you can just share your opinions on the music that you listen, share all that with all your subscribers, and just create a bigger and engaging community. In the article written in 2021 by Bondi Valbondinos and others, they emphasize that YouTube has its own rules for copyright. Just like your school or workplace, if someone's uploaded copyrighted work without their permission, copyright holders will take an action. But here's the kicker. Most of them, like over 98%, handled by Content ID. It is like a smart robot that can scan your whole content, and they can take down or limit the creator, and they can take out the monetization part. And thanks to something called the DMCA, that stands for Digital Millennium Copyright, platforms like YouTube aren't completely responsible for what users upload. So what does this mean? Big players, also known as the creators in the entertainment, they have a lot of power and control over their staff. They can track viewers, make money, and also ban videos. But it is not all the serious business. Studying copyrights on YouTube helps to understand how different creators can interact with the law and each other. Now, I will show you a clip from YouTube creators where they explain more how you can dispute a claim from copyright.
Once you're sure you want to dispute, you'll be led through a flow with 4 steps: eligibility, reason, requirements, and rationale. These steps help check to ensure you have a valid reason to dispute, such as you being the original owner or having the proper license, or that your use of the claimed content falls under a copyright exception like fair use.
Let's dive into the world of fair use versus reproductive use, all thanks to the insightful research by Kumar on 2008. So, what exactly is fair use? Well, it's all about finding the balance between using copyrighted material and respecting the rights of the original creators. Think of this like borrowing a cup from your neighbor. You are using something that doesn't belong to you, but it's okay because you're not taking advantage of it or using it from your own gain. Now, when it comes to fair use in the copyright law, the key is the transformation. Imagine if you are taking that cup of sugar and turning it into a delicious cake. That's a transformative use, adding your own creative twist to something that already exists. The Supreme Court highlighted this, and they say that transformation is essential, and it needs to be something that goes beyond just replacing the original work. But here's the thing, if you're just reproducing the original work without adding anything new, that's where fair use line gets a little bit blurry. In YouTube dispute, for example, uploading copyright-protected clips without transforming them doesn't count as fair use. It is like copying a recipe cake and just claiming that it was your own. Now, let's talk about commercial versus non-commercial use. If you're using copyrighted material to make money, like through advertising or selling products, that's considered commercial use. But if you are just using to share for fun, education, or without any financial gain, that falls under non-commercial use. Remember, it's all about adding your own creative flair and not just reproducing content that someone else already did. Lawrence Williams talks about automatic content recognition software. So what exactly is this? Well, if you upload a video to YouTube or Facebook, these platforms use special softwares like Content ID or Rights Managers to automatically check your video for any copyrighted material. This clever system analyzes digital fingerprints in your video and audio, and they compare to a huge database for copyrighted material. If there's a match, they can apply certain policies automatically. Now, let's talk about the good stuff. Automatic content recognition software helps protect the creators' rights and ensure that copyright holders are fairly compensated. In fact, over 9,000 copyright holders, including broadcasting studios and music publishers, are already benefiting from these systems. But like anything, there are some hiccups. Sometimes the software might flag videos incorrectly, or people might try to outsmart by altering their content. Plus, these systems cannot always distinguish between fair use or fair dealing, which are legal exceptions of copyright. In an article written in 1992 titled Understanding Fair Use, Patterson talks about where fair use came from. Well, let's travel back to the 1800s, especially to a case called Folsom versus Marsh. Let's look at a timeline. Well, the case focused on the Copyright Revision Act of 1831, which limited book rights and introduced the abridgment doctrine. Justice Torres proposed fair use to ensure fair use of other works. Initially, fair use was criticized for potentially strengthening the copyright monopoly, but over the time, it gained in popularity and was attached to the copyright law. It aimed to promote creativity while still respecting creators' rights. If you want to dive deeper into the world of fair use, be sure to check it out. I'll have it in my description down below. According to Scott and Murnan's research article, Defining Fair Use on YouTube, a guide to modern copyright, fair use isn't just a free pass to use a song, a clip, or an image that you want. No, it is all about how you use it. You also have to think about the 4 factors of fair use, which are purpose, nature, amount, and effect. Now, let's talk about case law. Yeah, it can be a little bit dry, but trust me, it's something important. Court cases help us understand where the line is drawn and when it comes to fair use. By learning from past cases, we can avoid stepping into legal landmines. So, what is the big takeaway? Well, fair use can be a bit tricky to navigate. It is not impossible. By educating ourselves and being mindful of copyright laws, we can keep creating awesome content without worrying about the legal drama. And that's a wrap up on our crash course on music reaction. Remember that knowledge is power, so keep learning and keep crashing it. If you want to read more in depth about the sources I talk about, you can find the reference list in the description down below. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, family, and anyone you think that can be a music reactor. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Alexie Violett. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you had fun. And I hope you learned some tips about becoming a music video reactor.